So some of you follow me on YouTube, but you might not know some of the other things that I do. So over 4 years ago, EJ and I undertook the challenge of surviving for 21 days in the wild with only 2 man-made items. And it's now known as Naked and Afraid, going into its 7th season. So here's the mongoose that we harvested for food. And here is the inner bark sandal that broke the knife that EJ carried. And we made sandals every single day. They would last about 4 hours. This is the natural cordage that I wove. So this is inner bark from batoning that broke his knife, and this is a bark sandal. So these would last us about 4 days, and these are a pair that I wore. They don't fit me, this particular one, unless I got it wet because it curled up when it dried, but this one still does. And when I had my Naked and Afraid premiere party, I actually wore this one around, so it was pretty fun. And then I pounded out a plant material and got rid of the juices, and that's what I used to weave all of the cordage that we used. And there's a scene where EJ was criticizing me, saying I wasn't pulling my weight. And if you look, you can see this expression of shock and awe on my face. And if you look in the background, you can see all the cordage that I have laid out to dry. And I'm actually fire hardening our spear as he's telling me that. And instead of being negative and throwing him under the bus, I chose to use positive psychology and carry the high road. So if you remember, my response was simply, I'm sorry that you feel that way. So I validated his feelings. And I wanted to tell him what I really thought, but I decided that my actions would speak louder than any negative words that I could possibly choose. So instead I told him that I would try harder to work together as a team. And it was a pretty emotional experience for me because I knew what was really going on and that I was working as hard or harder than him every single day. But so that really hurt my heart at that point. I thought that was really cruel, and I knew he did that just because it would make him look good on TV. And I'm not criticizing EJ in any way. I think he knows that I feel this way. He's later apologized for me for making that statement. And we are still cordial today, so I wish him the best, and he is onward and upward. I have actually filmed